What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NIO and some of the other electric vehicle companies that are publicly traded. These electric vehicle companies are absolutely ripping today. I'm going to go over all the reasons why these stocks are going up so much today and what we can expect to continue in the next couple of weeks. Now, before we get into this, if you guys want to see some of the actual option plays that I have and I'm looking at going into, make sure you stay to the end of the video, and that's where I'm going to be talking about those and going over them in depth. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for getting me to 1,000 subs in such a short amount of time. I really appreciate it. 2021 is going to be an amazing year for this channel, and I'm very excited to be able to give all of this news to you guys every day. If we go over and take a look at the chart of NIO, it's up almost 9% at the time that I am recording this on January 4th. Now, we saw a sharp decrease in share price recently, and that was basically because of institutional rebalancing, a Chinese stock delisting threat, and the share offering that they offered for about $3 billion, and that all kind of sent the stock price tumbling in the short term. Now, we saw a sharp reversal coming right around here, right at the end of the year. I think this is because NIO Day is going to be happening on January 9th, and they're going to be unveiling a lot of different things. One is going to be their new sedan, the ET7, and that's going to compete with the Tesla Model S. Now, that's important because Tesla says that 47% of all of their vehicle sales will come from China in the next few years. So if NIO can create a super competitive model for China, they're going to be able to gain a greater market share, thus a higher valuation. Now, the main reason that all of these electric vehicle stocks are up today was because they all released their delivery numbers pretty much over the long weekends. We can take a look at NIO's. We can see that NIO provides December, fourth quarter, and full year delivery update. So they delivered 7,000 vehicles in December, a 121% increase year over year. That's huge. If we look at the numbers for October and November of 2020 and compare them to the numbers of 2019, they are also a 100% increase. So they are gaining a lot of the market in China right now. And they also delivered 17,000 vehicles in the 3 months ending December 2020. So that was Q4, another 110% increase. And they increased their vehicle sales in 2020 in total by 112%. Now, that's amazing growth that we're seeing from this company. Now, the cumulative deliveries for the ES8, ES6, and EC6 as of December 31st, 2021, reached 75,641 vehicles in total. NIO is just getting started, and as I've said before, the sales numbers of these electric vehicles aren't the end-all, be-all of the valuation of these stocks. It's really more about the technology that they come out with. But if we see such sharp increases in delivery numbers, that is always going to push the stock up. Now, we can also take a look at LI Auto's sales numbers. So basically, they had a 530% increase in deliveries compared with December 2019. If you've watched some of my other videos, I've been saying that LI is going to be the best stock to play options on for the run-up to NIO Day. And as we saw today, it's up about 10%. It's been fluctuating between 9 and 13%, but those options are paying pretty well right now. Congratulations to any of you guys that have gotten into those, and I'd like to see in the comments if you guys have taken profits yet. I'm still holding mine. We'll go over them at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around till the end. In addition to this, XPeng also released their delivery numbers, and they were up a 35% increase month over month, which is pretty good. And they also had a 51% increase from quarter 3 of 2020 to quarter 4. Now, it's a 303% increase year over year. So these smaller electric vehicle companies are seeing a much higher percent increase in sales volume than NIO is. Now, NIO currently has the top spot in electric vehicle sales and technology in China. But if we can see some of these other companies start to catch up to NIO, which we can see with these numbers right here. So the 5,700 vehicles in December isn't that far off what NIO did. It's about 2,000 vehicles. Now, that's a lot, but we can see that they're catching up. So the total vehicle number, when you compare XPeng and NIO, it's a big difference. So XPeng did about 27,000, NIO did about 45,000. But the quarterly and monthly delivery numbers the margins are slimming between the difference in the two. So we could see Xpeng over the next year catch up to NIO, and that's going to be very interesting to watch. We also got Tesla's yearly delivery numbers. We can see over here that for the year, Tesla delivered 499,550 vehicles in 2020, slightly missing its most recent guidance of 500,000 vehicles. Now, a lot of people have said this is a bad thing, but Musk told shareholders that he expected deliveries to hit an implied range between 477,000 and 514,000. Now, the analysts and all of the people that were evaluating Tesla's sales had a number around 450,000 to 477,000. And as we all know, Elon Musk is a very ambitious individual, and he's going to set very lofty goals for his company. So this 500,000 vehicles was Elon's goal for 2020, and they almost broke it. They were about 450 vehicles shy, which is pretty amazing. So Tesla is going to have a great year, in my opinion. I think they could go up a heck of a lot more. Now let's get into some of the plays that I'm going to be looking at in the near future, basically for the run-up into NIO Day. So if we go over and look at the NIO option chain, this is the January 15th expiration date. If you watch some of my other videos, you've seen me evaluate this option chain before, but today it's going to be a little bit different. As we can see over here, the open interest on a lot of these contracts is they're pretty similar now. There's no real massive differences. We can take a look at the volume, and there is a massive amount of volume on this option chain. Now, that could be today since NIO is up 8.36%. A lot of people could have sold their contracts, but a lot of people could be buying in for the NIO Day announcement on Saturday, January 9th. So we can also take a look. This is probably the contract that is the most shocking to me. So this is the $80 strike for January 15th. This contract's up 34% today. And this is the farthest strike out of the money. And there's 21,000, almost 22,000 of these contracts in people's brokerage accounts right now. And 12,000 of them have been traded today. That's pretty insane. So the implied volatility on this NIO chain is just too much for me right now with NIO Day. I don't think that these prices are something that I would want to get into. But if we take a look at the puts, I think NIO is going to go a lot higher. And if you guys think NIO is going to go a lot higher than the price it is right now, you can sell puts on NIO, which basically you would have to put up the cash to buy 100 shares of NIO at the strike that you're going to sell your put contract at. Now, you can sell multiple of them, but each contract that you sell, you would collect, if you sold the 50s, the $300 in premium. You can also do a put credit spread, which is a bullish strategy where you're kind of buying and selling options for a net credit, and you get to collect premium without putting up so much collateral, which is a good option, especially in this scenario. Now, if you don't want to buy options, this is going to be something that you need to look at. We can also see that the open interest on the puts is way lower for this expiration date than the calls. Some of you in the comments have asked me to look at the puts, and I'm doing that in this video just to show you that the open interest on these is so much lower, and so is the volume. So if we switch back and forth, I'll put it up right here. So we take a look, so you can see that the out of the money puts, the 48s have a 3,000 volume for today, and the highest open interest that I see is 16,000 on the 50s and 17,000 on the 45s, and that would be a very steep drop. But going back to the calls, you can see that there is a massive open interest over here, so a lot of options traders are very bullish on NIO. Now let's take a look at what my ideas are for what I'm playing. Now, I'm playing LI. I've said this a lot in my recent videos on NIO. If we take a look at this option chain, we can see that the percent change in these options for today is pretty high. So if you guys got into these contracts, congratulations. This is actually the wrong expiration date. So let's go down and take a look at the January 15th. So they are also up a pretty substantial amount as well. The implied volatility on these did shoot up. Now, that's a good sign if you bought the contracts when the implied volatility was a bit lower. If you compare the open interest to on this option chain to NIO, we can see that it is a bit lower. That's not really a big issue for me since I'm playing this as a sympathy play, but you can see that 6,600 about of these contracts were traded today. So I'm still looking at these options right here. I might sell out soon. I'm probably going to wait until Wednesday or Thursday to make a decision. These contracts from where I bought them were up 100% at one point today, but they've recently fallen back down. We can see the price of LI Auto is 31.42 right now, up about 9%. It was up at one point today 13%, and that's when my contracts were up 100%. Usually, I like to make my contracts free to take my money back and then play with the profit. So I think that's a strategy that a lot of you guys might want to look at to make sure you're limiting your risk. Now, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I had for you in this one, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out getting this information out to more people, and I'll see you guys in the next video.